I didn't believe in ghost stories. I didn't believe in curses. And I definitely didn't believe in haunted hospitals. But I do believe in security cameras. Because cameras, they don't hallucinate. And the night I saw myself on one was the night I realized I wasn't the guy watching the monitors. I was the one being watched. About 3 months ago, I started the night shift at a psychiatric facility outside the city. Ward C, the high-risk wing, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. On my first night, the supervisor handed me an old ID badge he found in a drawer. He told me one thing. If you hear someone call your name, make sure it's a patient. I laughed. He didn't. There was one patient who never made a sound. Room 12C. No name on the door, just a file labeled unknown. On my third night, I stopped outside his window. He was sitting in the corner, head down. Before I could even breathe, he whispered, "You're late tonight." My heart stopped. I hadn't said a word. I asked, "How do you know who I am?" He slowly lifted his head. He had the same eyes as me, the same scar over his left eyebrow. He smiled and said, "You still don't remember, do you?" The next morning, I brought a nurse to 12C. The room was empty, sterile, no sign of life. I told her I talked to a man there last night. She looked at me with pure pity. "There hasn't been a patient in 12C for weeks," she said. Then she dropped the bomb. "And why are you wearing that badge?" "That's from a staff member who disappeared 2 years ago." I broke into the security office. I searched my own name in the admission records. I found a clip from 2 months ago. The front doors burst open. 4 guards are dragging a man inside. He's screaming, fighting, begging. That man was me. The footage showed them dragging me down to Ward C and locking me inside room 12C. I ran back to the ward. I stood in front of 12C. This time, he was there, my double. He stood up and walked to the glass. "Finally," he said, "you're starting to wake up." He explained the cycle, severe dissociative identity disorder. Every night, my mind creates a sane version of me, the employee. I find a badge, I do the rounds, I pretend I belong. And the version of me in 12C? That's the piece of my soul that remembers the truth. Every time I figure it out, they sedate me, they reset the clock, and I wake up thinking it's my first day on the job. But there's one thing I can't explain. In that last security clip, I was standing alone in the bathroom. But in the mirror's reflection, someone was standing behind me, a tall, shadow-like figure, smiling. And it wasn't a patient, and it wasn't me. So if you ever visit a hospital and the staff member seems a little confused, ask yourself, are they working the night shift? Or are they just waiting for their next reset?